Okay.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pin my video. So you'll just see me if someone else jumps in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. Okay, and at the end, I'll unmute you and then we can have some words before we say goodnight. Okay. Alrighty, so you'll want to grab all your yoga goodies, your blocks. Have those close by. And then I'm gonna send Maddie outside because I know what she's already gonna do. She's gonna wanna sit right onto my lap as soon as I lay down. So I'm just gonna stick her outside real quick. Okay, and then we'll just come on down and we'll start in Shavasana. So I want you to lie down, stretch your legs out nice and long. Allow your arms to relax by your sides. Take a moment to scan your body. Make any adjustments that you need to feel at ease. And we'll start with a little mindfulness. And so mindfulness meditation is a practice of paying attention on purpose without judgment in order to create presence. Many spiritual teachers will talk about living in the now. And the practice of mindfulness is an ancient technique for creating presence, experiencing right here, right now. And so I'd like you to start by feeling into the touching points that you have with the ground. Just noticing all the places in the body where you are being held by the earth. Notice the temperature of the air on your skin. Also the way that your clothes feel on your body. And then allow your sense of hearing to open up. Notice sounds around you, sounds of life. You can also take note of silence. If you are experiencing a lack of sound, notice that. And then coming into the sense of sight. Even when the eyes are closed, perhaps you can notice little bits of light flickering on the inside of your eyelids. Noticing your breath now. Noticing the way your breath is moving in and out of your body. I want you to follow your breath wherever it goes. Noticing the breath in the belly center, the way the belly rises and falls, the way your ribs expand and contract. Noticing any other spaces in the body where you can connect with your breathing. And now allowing your sense of awareness to come into your fingers and your toes. And we'll just give a gentle little wiggle of our fingers and toes. We'll start to bring some movement into our practice. And so I'd like you to just move gently with awareness tonight, with the intention to take good care of your body, to create ease and joy within your body. Move with the intention to relax the mind, to create joy in the heart. And then allow your eyes to open up. And we're going to start with a little squeeze and release practice. Just releasing any tension in the body using the breath. And so I want you to start by flexing your feet, reaching through your heels, and squeeze your calf muscles, squeeze your leg muscles, and squeeze your buttocks, your glute muscles. So your legs are fully engaged. I want you to take a big breath in. Hold the breath when you get to the top, just feeling the muscles that are engaged. And then exhale and relax your glutes, relax your thigh muscles, relax your calves, your feet, and just feel the weight of your legs now. So your legs are like releasing, like water releasing through the cracks of the floor. And then we'll do that again. We're gonna flex our feet, spread our toes, squeeze the thigh muscles, the glutes, and now squeeze the belly muscles. Squeeze the back muscles, your shoulder blades, squeeze your chest muscles. Take a big breath in here, hold when you get to the top. And then as you exhale, release. Relax your shoulders, chest, belly. Relax your glutes, relax your legs, and feel all the tension melting out of your body. Releasing like water on the floor, spreading out. And then one more time, flex your feet, spread your toes, squeeze your thighs, glutes. You're also gonna make fists this time. Squeeze your fingers into a fist and then engage your forearms, your upper arms. Your whole body is engaged now. You might also squeeze the muscles of your face, like as if you just ate a very sour lemon. Take a big breath in, feeling the tension. Hold the breath when you get to the top, feeling the tension in your body. And then let it go. Exhaling nice and slow, releasing nice and slow, letting your whole body relax. Letting go of all the tension now. Feeling the body from the inside out as if you've just turned to jelly. And then from here, I want you to bring your arms all the way up alongside your ears. Take a big breath in. And then exhale and bring the arms all the way down. Good. And let's do that a few times. Inhale the arms up. Now, as you move, I want you to imagine that you are moving like water. And then exhale the arms down. So nice and slow with the fluidity, tidal-like pattern of your breathing. Inhaling the arms up. And exhaling the arms down. Moving like water. Letting go of any sharp edges and just bringing in a kind of curvy, wavy-like feeling in your body. So if your body is jelly, moving like jelly. Let's take one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. And now let your arms be by your sides. You're going to bend your knees, bring your feet to the earth. We're going to hug our left knee in, give it a little squeeze for single knee to chest pose. Stay here for a breath or two. And then switch sides. The right knee comes in now for single knee to chest. Staying here for a couple of breaths, just breathing. And then let's take both knees in towards the body and we'll rock side to side in double knee to chest pose. Just giving the back body a little massage against the earth, staying connected to the senses, feeling into your sense of touch. Not only can you feel into where you're touching the earth? But notice where you're touching your body too. The sensation of your hands grabbing your shin bones or your knees or wherever you're holding on. And then from here, come back to center. And we're going to hold on to each knee separately and start to circle the knees apart and then back together. Apart and back together. Go ahead and reverse your circles, taking them in the opposite direction. And then we'll come back to center. And now from here, let's go ahead and take the arms down by our sides. We're going to set our feet down onto the floor. And we're going to go through a little strengthening for the front body, and then we'll strengthen the back body. So we're going to start with a little awareness of our center. So I want you to place your hands right onto the front of your body, right on your navel center. And I would like for you to send your breath down into the belly center. So as you inhale, think down. And you might feel a little expansion, like a small balloon is expanding in the belly as you breathe down into your hands. And then when you exhale, I want you to squeeze your abdominal muscles and empty the breath all the way, all the way, all the way. So you can feel almost like a cinch of your abdominals cinching around your waist. And then do that again. Breathe down into the belly center. And then exhale and squeeze. So I would like for you to do that a few more times. And as you do this, squeezing and releasing with your breathing, I want you to connect with this solar plexus area. This is that center of willpower. I like to think of it as our center of willingness to move forward in challenging times with a sense of bravery, courage. Think of an inner fire, an inner heat. So just allowing any ideas or images of your own to come to mind of what that means to you. Okay, and then we're going to relax. And so we'll let go of that squeezing and releasing. And I'd like you to take your hands to the tops of your thighs. And we're going to do 5 of my favorite yogi crunches. So I'd like for you to take an inhale to start, breathing down into the belly. And as you exhale, you're going to slide your hands up. Lift your head and your shoulders and squeeze nice and tight and pull down with the navel. And then inhale and lower head and shoulders. Exhale as you lift and squeeze. Inhale as you lower. Good, 3 more at your own pace. Work on keeping your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. If your neck and your head feel like they're getting strained, you can always take one hand behind the head and use the hand to help support the weight of the head. Okay. And then when you're done with 5, let your arms relax by your sides and just take a moment to breathe. Breathing naturally, letting your body rest for a moment. Good. And now, make sure that your feet are about the distance of your hips. Your toes are pointing more or less straight forward. So we're going to prepare for some bridge movements. So with your arms by your sides, you're going to rotate your palms to face down. And you can have your arms in like a low V shape, or they can be right next. But I like them in a comfortable place. So whatever that feels like for you, let them come right into that comfortable position. And then I want you to inhale again, breathing down into the belly center. And as you exhale this time, you're going to lift your hips up. So you're going to squeeze in the belly still, Lift your hips and engage your buttocks, engage your glutes. And then lower down with your breath. Lifting up with your breath, letting it be natural. And then lower back down. So moving through a nice dynamic bridge now. We're doing 5 of these. Every time you lift up, press into the length of the arms and really lift from your back body. As you squeeze the buttocks, that helps to lift the pelvis. You want to root down through your feet. All 10 toes are pressing into the earth. The heels and the balls of the toes are rooting into the ground. Good, one more for good measure, and we're gonna hold. Okay, so the next time you lift up into bridge, I want you to stay there. Now, if you feel happy here with your shoulder blades apart and your palms pressing down into the earth, you can stay here and breathe in a low bridge. If you prefer a little bit more of a back bend, turn your palms open and then bring your shoulders underneath your body. So your shoulder blades come a little bit closer. And then you really want to work on hugging the belly center towards the spine and moving the shoulder blades in and up towards the back of the heart. Relax your facial muscles, relax your eyes, your cheeks. Stay here for one more breath in unsupported bridge pose. And then to come down, you separate your shoulder blades and you lower down nice and slow. Beautiful. I'd like for you to take your feet a little wider now, wider than your hips, and then just go ahead and let your knees drop from one side to the other, taking simple twists. Inhale as you come to center, and then exhale and release the knees. Taking one more on each side. Just connecting the breath with the movement, allowing your self to move in and out of each posture with ease. Okay, so go ahead and come on back to center now. I want you to walk your feet a little bit closer towards one another. And you're going to bring your left knee in towards your body. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the back of the left leg and come into a little gentle hamstring stretch. So I want you to take a breath in. As you exhale, remember your center, a little squeeze of the belly muscles, and then we straighten the knee any amount up towards the ceiling. Inhale to bend the knee, and then exhale to straighten. Good, one more time. Inhale to bend, and exhale to straighten. And you're going to keep the legs straight for a moment. And I want you to point and flex the foot a little bit. Go ahead and roll the ankle a couple of times in one direction and then the other. If you press through the heel a little bit, you might feel a stretch in your Achilles heel or your calf muscles. You might want to go easy. Try and keep the whole back body on the ground from the tailbone all the way up to the back of the head. And there's a feeling of engaging your leg muscles. Remember when we did the squeeze and release? You want to kind of find that here. Pressing the leg into the palms, squeezing the front leg muscles, the quadriceps. Good. And then from here, I want you to cross your left ankle over your right knee. You can let go of the back of the thigh and slide that left hand around to the inner knee, and then just give a little press for thread the needle pose. Flex your left foot. Make sure that the ankle's nice and straight, and just take a moment to breathe here in a gentle glute stretch. If you'd like, you can rock a little side to side. Just enjoying this gentle little stretch here. Good, we'll take a nice full breath in. And then exhale And let's set the left foot back down onto the floor. Right knee comes in. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the right leg, and we'll come into our dynamic hamstring stretch. Start by taking a breath in. And then as you exhale, go ahead and straighten the leg any amount. Inhale to bend the knee. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Good. Pausing now with the leg straight. Firing up that quadricep muscles. There's a feeling almost as if you are pressing the leg into the hands. And then move your foot around a little bit, circling the ankle, maybe pointing and flexing the foot. Working a little bit into the Achilles heel, into the quad, into the calf. Stay here for a breath or two. Keeping your breath an important, integral part of your practice. And then we're going to go ahead and cross the right foot over the left knee. Flexing the foot so the ankle is straight. Letting go of that right thigh. Sliding the hand around to the front of the knee. And then we'll just give a gentle little press to open the hip. Gently rock here, perhaps side to side. Just letting your breath help your body to release from the day. Good. Okay, and then let's go ahead and set the right foot down. And we're going to straighten both legs once again back into Shavasana. You're going to bring your two big toes to touch, and then you're going to point your toes. I want you to think as if you are a diver. And so you're trying to bring your inner thighs towards one another. You are reaching through the toes, and then you're going to bring your arms all the way up alongside your ears. Hook your thumbs together. And then reach through your fingertips. Palms are up towards the sky. And it's almost as if you are like a diver. You're diving right into a giant Olympic-sized pool. You want to be as slim and sucked in as you can so that you don't make a splash. You want to be as long and straight as you can so you don't make a splash. Take a nice full breath in. And then exhale and melt. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Bring your arms all the way down. You're going to bend your knees. We're going to roll to the left side. And then gently we'll press ourselves up. Okay. So now I want you to come and find a comfortable seated position. And I want you to rock a little side to side and just find that nice even distribution of weight between the right and the left sit bone. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears and sit up in like a seat of dignity. So you're not rigid, but you feel tall in your body. Soft in your heart and open. We're going to come into some twists, some seated twists. So I want you to start by bringing your arms out to the side and up. You can take an inhale as the arms come up. And use the reach of the arms to help you to grow taller in your seat. And on your next exhale, you're going to turn towards your right. Okay? And I want you to keep your arms up. And I want you to feel into your center. Okay, that awareness of your abdominals engaging, but also what they're doing is helping you to rotate here. Okay, just notice how far your body takes you, and then just allow yourself to be there. Okay, when we do twists, it's important that we twist from here and not leverage the twists with the arms or the legs. And so you can really learn that here. Okay, now we're gonna bring the arms down. We're gonna let them come down. And I want you to take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind you. And see if you can continue to find rotation without pulling using your arms. I think that if you pay attention to the exhalation when you're in the twist, you can feel a subtle deepening of your rotation just from the exhalation and the sensation from the exhalation. Now let's take the arms back up through center as we inhale. Stay here for a moment, growing taller. Twists love space. So the taller you can be, the longer you can be in your body. Think that diver movement, reaching, the better. Okay. And then exhale, using the exhale to find your rotation. Using the exhale to rotate deeper. Let's relax the arms when we get to that stopping point. Taking that right hand to the knee. The left hand is a little anchor. Also, think of it as a kickstand to remind you to stay tall in your seat. But remember, not rigid. There's still a sense of softness, a sense of ease within your effort. Staying here for a breath or two. And then we'll use the inhale to come back through center. Arms come up. And then exhale and bring them out to the side and down, just tapping the fingertips to the earth. Beautiful. Now come onto your hands and your knees, and we're going to explore twists a little further. Okay, first, I want you to come to your hands and knees. Bring your palms right underneath your shoulders, your knees right underneath your hips. And we're going to work into a few rounds of cat-cow. So inhale and lift your head, heart, and tailbone. And think of reaching from your heart space as if you are trying to offer your heart in between the gates of your arms. As you exhale, you're going to round your spine, let your head drop, let your tailbone drop, and lift your navel center up. Lift your heart up. Okay. Inhale, come forward again, cow pose. Exhaling and rounding. Now as you round, press through the length of your shin bones. So you feel not only your hands pressing down, but also your shins. Legs are working in this too. Okay, one more round. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round your spine. Good. Okay, and now come back to center, neutral center spine. You're going to walk your hands forward a couple of inches in front of your shoulders. Take an inhale, shift your body weight forward so shoulders float over your wrists. And then curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and take it into a downward facing dog. Now as the hips go up and back, you're pushing through the hands. Arms are straight. Lifting the sides of your waist. Think of lifting those hips up and then really fire up the legs. Remember that feeling of pressing your legs into your hands? I want you to press them into the wall now, the wall that's right behind you. Feel free to pedal your feet if that's okay for the heels and the ankles today. And just breathe, let your head be heavy. Good. Take another breath in here, just releasing, letting go. And then on your next exhale, come on down to your hands and your knees again. And I want you to find your yoga blocks and place them towards the front edge of your mat. Okay, so you've got your 2 yoga blocks. And then let's go ahead and bring the blocks underneath the hands. And this will just help make it a little easier for us to step our right foot forward. So you're going to bring your right foot forward, right in between the blocks. And I want you to start in a position where you've got that right ankle directly underneath the right knee. You're going to curl your back toes under and you're going to lift your left knee away from the earth. So we're finding a high lunge. Reach through your left heel, fire up that left leg, firm up the belly center. You're going to keep the block of the left hand right underneath your shoulder. And then as you take a breath in, I want you to start to rotate towards your right leg. But remember, you're not going to use the arms to leverage you. You're going to rotate from your center. So as you come into the twist, there is a pressing down into the left hand, but you're not using it to try to deepen your twist. You're moving from your center. Think of rotating from your ribs. Let your hips follow along if they want to. If the hips follow along, draw the right hip crease back. Let your head be reaching through the crown. The neck is long. Look in a direction that allows your neck to be soft. Stay here for one more breath in this very powerful twist. And then exhale and bring your right hand down. We're going to lower our left knee to the earth. Uncurl your back toes. And then I want you to square your hips up. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the front so that you can see. And I want you to square your hips up, meaning that your right knee is over your right ankle and your left hip is directly over your left knee. So if you need to shift back a little bit to make that happen, go ahead and shift back. Okay, and now from here, I want you to pull your navel center in and think of rounding in your spine like cat pose. Let your hands be heavy and I want you to roll up. So you're pushing down into your left shin bone and you're rolling up nice and slow, coming up into a kneeling position. Okay. Once you're here, make sure that your feet are the distance of the hips so you've got enough space between the legs for stability. And then I want you to take your arms up. You're going to hold onto your left forearm and we're going to come into a side bend. So it's important that you pull the navel in. There's almost a sense of sending your buttocks down or lifting your frontal hip bones up as you push into the length of that left shin bone. Take a nice full breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to lean towards the right, coming into a nice little side bend. Good. Stay here and breathe. We're opening up that whole left side body, maybe getting a nice stretch in the hip flexor here. Good. Use the exhale to come back through center. Exhale helps to engage the core, right? Helps us move from that. And then go ahead and release your arms down. You're going to bring your palms back down to your blocks. And then I want you to take that right leg back. Come back into the kneeling position with your hands on the blocks. And then we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so you're going to bring your left foot forward now. Left knee directly underneath the left, over the left foot. The hands are on the blocks. We're going to curl our back toes under and then lift. Okay, lifting the knee. Now there's almost like a squeezing of the inner thighs towards one another, which really helps to fire up the inner thighs, helps to fire up the legs. So if you want to think of squeezing your inner thighs or scissoring them towards one another, that really helps. Make sure you feel really steady, really grounded in your feet. The right block is underneath your right shoulder. And then go ahead and exhale into the twist. Use the exhale. Okay, and then remember, find that sense of ease while you're here, a sense of weightlessness. A twisted lunge can feel very powerful. It can feel very courageous, at least to me, but I try to find some grace. A feeling of grace while I'm in it. I usually look to my breath. Try to make my breath gentle, gentle and graceful. Good. And on your next exhale, release the arm. Take the hand down to the block. You're going to lower the back knee down to the earth. And then once again, we are going to square up. So making sure that the left ankle is underneath the left knee. Right knee is underneath the right hip. And then you're going to pull the navel in. You're going to round your spine like cat pose. So tailbone goes down, arms are heavy, drop your head, push into the length of your right shin bone and roll yourself up nice and slow. Let your shoulders come up, your head is the last thing to lift. And then once you're here, invite your arms. Good, taking an inhale, grab a hold of that left forearm. By left, I mean right. Pull in here, send the buttocks down. That helps to create the stretch right in here. If you draw the tailbone down, push into the shin bone and then lean, leaning towards the left. Maybe you use your left hand to kind of lengthen up through the arm. Good, breathing in and out, side bend. Good. Use your exhale to come all the way back to center. Release your arms all the way down. Take your hands to the blocks. You're going to slide your left foot back, coming back onto both knees. And then let's go ahead and set the blocks off to the side. And you're going to bring your palms down to the earth again. And then from here, I want you to make your way into a downward facing dog. You're going to curl your toesies under, lift your hips, push the earth away, drop the head, and breathe. Good. Pushing the earth away. Noticing how your body feels in down dog now. After doing some twists to help release the sides of the body a bit more, help release the back. Twists are nice, they do help release our back muscles. Create space for the breath to move into more cavities within the lungs, space. How does your body feel now? Good. And now come on down to your hands and your knees. And you're gonna swing your legs around and come to sit onto your bum again. And then from here, we're gonna come into a couple of seated postures. And so starting with the legs crossed, I want you to keep your right heel in, okay? So maybe your left shin is in front. You're gonna take your right heel in close towards your groins and then extend your left leg out to the side. Okay? And so you'll know that you're in a good spot if you look down and you see that you've got this nice check mark with your legs. I want you to spread awareness through the left foot. Okay, so you're spreading your toes. There's a feeling of the thigh moving down. There's some activeness happening in the leg. Remember that feeling of pressing your leg into your hands. Now you're moving the leg down towards the earth, finding your center. Okay, we're going to come to a little twisting forward fold. So I want you to start by taking a big breath in. Okay, inhale up. And now as you exhale, rotate. Okay, rotating only as far as feels comfortable in the body here. And then when you get to that stopping point, then I want you to reach over that left leg. And as you reach over the left leg, hinge at the hips and let your hands fall to wherever they land. And we might be able to grab a hold of the foot. We might be able to just hold on to the calf or the ankle, or maybe the hands just rest on the earth. I want you to allow your right hip to stay heavy. Allow the right knee to relax towards the earth. And then just think of continuing to offer your heart forward towards the toes. Let your breath help soften you in the places that feel like they are holding. And just breathe. This is kind of a type of head to knee pose. Now on your inhale, you're gonna come on up and you're gonna turn to face center. We're gonna take our right hand out to the side and just take a little counter stretch. So I want you to bring your left arm up and then go ahead and lean back. Just taking a little side stretch. Maybe the elbow comes down to the earth if it feels natural for that to happen. Go ahead and let the elbow come down. I want you to just breathe. Pushing off that right hand to come all the way back up. You're gonna hold on to the back of your left knee and then use the hand to help bend the leg. And go ahead and bring the left heel in now. And the right shin comes in front. And then you're gonna go ahead and straighten the right leg out to the side. So looking for that little check mark once again. So you've got a nice setup here of the legs. And then go ahead and shine awareness through the right foot. Spread the toes, reaching through the heel, sitting up nice and tall, really searching for that equal distribution of weight between the right and the left side. Let's inhale and take the arms up again, finding our length, growing taller. On the exhale, we're gonna find the rotation, gently turning towards that right leg. And then releasing. And as you release, reach. Keep reaching over the leg, hinging at the hips, and then folding in gently. And then just fold into a place that feels good. Only going as far as feels comfortable for your body today. It's totally okay. Wherever you land is the perfect place. Surrender. Notice how much you can really let go and release if you allow yourself to. Allow yourself to let go. Good. And then gently we lift ourselves back up. We're going to turn to face the front again. Let's bring the left hand out to the side. We're going to enjoy our little counter stretch. So the right arm comes up and then you start to lean all the way over towards the left. Maybe the elbow comes down to the earth. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then bringing yourself all the way back up to center. You're going to grab a hold of the back of your right knee, give it a little bend, help the knee all the way back in. And then from here, I'd like you to take both legs out in front of you, setting up for a little seated forward fold. The legs are together. Maybe the two big toes touch, or maybe you have your feet the distance of the hips. But we're coming into stack pose. And so you can place your hands right by your hips and then just shift your hips side to side, finding that nice equal distribution of weight. Sitting up as tall as you can, lifting the chest. Spread your toes, reach through your heels. As you inhale, take the arms all the way up once again. And then draw the navel center in as you reach over the legs, pulling the belly button back, letting the tailbone drop towards the earth, and then allowing the head to hang, allowing the upper spine to round. Let your shoulders relax, and just breathe. Maybe you want to give the head a couple of nods side to side. Just noticing everything in that back body. Noticing where you're feeling this sensation. And then from here, go ahead and lift yourself all the way back up, back into Dandasana, staff pose. And we're going to go ahead and cross the legs. So one fun way to kind of come into the cross position is bring your hands back behind you. Lift your knees up into your chest. Your feet come up. And then you cross your legs and then go ahead and set them down again. So we're going to go ahead and treat our calves now. So once you are up, you're seated, grab your block, and then go ahead and take your left leg out in front of you. I like to keep my right heel in. And what we did last time is we took the side of the block, one of those edges, and then balanced the block on the floor on the opposing side. We're going to start up here at the back of the knee, just below the knee, right at the top of the calf. And then we're going to make our way down, all the way down to the Achilles heel. Okay. So once you've got that set up, you can take your hands behind you just to give yourself a little support. And then go ahead and allow the weight of your leg to release into the block and just start to rock that leg side to side. Just feeling that little rotation of the leg. Yeah, I woke up with some tight Achilles heel this morning, so this is perfect for me too. I need this. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you for this part, so if you want to chat with me while we do this, you can. Hello.
Hello.
So do you feel a lot of like ropey bands when you do this? Like kind of like thick, feels like bands running up and down the calf from the to the
Definitely
knee.
found a few knots, yeah.
Yeah, that ropey, kind of ropey stuff that flip. A teacher who taught me this a lot, she would always call them the flippies because they kind of flip back and forth as you go over back and forth.
Yep.
The flip.
And I'm finding it more on towards the outside muscle.
Towards the outer side of the calf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the calves, man, I mean, it's one of the areas of the body that I don't know gets much attention.
Yeah, they hold up a lot of weight with me.
Oh yeah, me too. You know, and as you get down closer to the foot, it becomes just tendon. It's all that Achilles tendon in there, so it's pretty sensitive spot. Have you ever done a IT band release?
I don't think so.
The IT band is right here on the outside of the thigh.
Uh-huh.
That can be very painful too, just like this.
Yeah, with me, my right IT or hip flexor tends to get tight throughout the day, really tight.
How was the when we got up into the kneeling pose and we did the side bend? How did that feel?
It felt good. It felt good the next day too.
That's a good hip flexor stretch when you're kneeling like that with one leg forward and you're on the shin bone, and then you bend away from the leg that is you bend toward you side bend towards the leg that's forward, and then take that arm up as you push down through the shin and tuck your tailbone, and then you'll get right into that right into that hip flexor muscle. Did you go ahead and switch sides?
I'm doing it now.
Yeah, this is definitely something you can like take your time with too. Like if you do this on your own at some point, you know, like while you're just chilling at home, listening to a record or watching TV. Yeah, I found a really good knot right in here. Ooh, it's so painful.
Yeah.
Did you try the icing too? Did any of the icing or heat work?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, this is really good. Like sometimes, I'll get like a little bit of restlessness in my legs. And if I do this kind of work here, it helps my legs relax. Just
You
gets
mean
the
like
blood flowing.
Lake syndrome type thing?
Yeah. It's just after I'm done, it's like I've just given myself a Swedish massage, where it's super painful, but then afterwards you feel light as a feather.
Yep. Ah.
So once you're done with the other side, then I want you to just come to a comfortable seat for a moment. Yeah,
Just one more minute.
no worries, you take your time. Have we ever done the calf massage with the rolled blanket in class?
No.
We'll do that one next time. There's another way to treat the calves, and you can treat them both at the same time using a rolled blanket. I'll show you how to do that next time. Oh yeah, so take your hands right to your calves and just give them a little rub. Maybe if you want to, you can take your feet out in front of you again and just rub, rub. Create that nice little warmth with your hands. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just go down, like I'm going down and out, just sending some of that, inflammation down and out. And then we're going to come into cobbler's pose. You're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open up out to the side. And then you might shift your hips closer towards your heels just until you feel a gentle stretch. Keeping your hands behind you, using the hands as a reminder to keep your chest lifted and your shoulders back. Staying here for a breath, just feeling a nice little release in the inner thighs and hips. Sending your breath down into the hips. And then go ahead and release. You can shift your hips back and bring your knees together. And then from here, let's go ahead and lie down. Yeah, and then if you have a blanket or your pillows or your bolster nearby and you want to go ahead and support your legs, you're welcome to. Come back into Shavasana. Let yourself melt. Relax your legs. Relax your arms. Letting go of any tension in the face, letting the eyes soften the cheeks, the lips. Letting the jaw be soft and relaxed. And then feeling that sense of relaxation move from the jaw down the sides of your neck into your shoulders. Allowing it to run down your arms. Feeling the relaxation move down your chest, your back. Relaxing your stomach and your lower back. Hips are nice and heavy. Letting go in the legs, the knees, the calves, the feet. Everything is relaxed. And then I'd like you to bring to mind a night sky with an infinite amount of stars. Seeing that blanket of black with holes punched in it. Stars as far as the eyes can see. Noticing some shooting stars, perhaps a galaxy. Noticing the big, bright, full moon. Allowing the light from the full moon to illuminate the ground that you are standing on. Perhaps you can hear the sounds of crickets or frogs. Maybe there's a pond nearby. Just taking in the quiet stillness of night. Allowing the light of the moon to clear your mind and body of anything that you want to leave in this day before you go to sleep. Anything you want to leave behind as you move into your nightly ritual of sleep, to regenerate, re-energize, to prepare you for tomorrow. And then allowing some blessings in your life to come to mind. Just thinking of anything that you find to be a blessing. And then expressing deep gratitude and appreciation for that, which nourishes your life. And then gently we'll let go of this meditation. You'll bring your attention back into the feeling of your body resting on the ground. Just carrying some of that quiet stillness from the meditation into the now. Just feeling the temperature of the air on your skin, noticing sounds, noticing light. Perhaps you allow your eyes to open up, just take in your space. And then go ahead and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And just gently come back into this moment. Go ahead and bring our arms up. Take a little stretch. Just noticing how you feel in this moment. And then let's hug our knees in towards our body. Give ourselves a little squeeze. And we'll roll to one side and gently press ourselves up. Sitting comfortably once again, the legs crossed with that feeling of dignity in our body. Joining the palms together at our heart. Let's close this evening's practice with an Om. Let's take a nice full breath in. Namaste, my friend.
Okay, thank you.
It was so nice spending this time with you. I was super surprised to get to see and hear you, so thank you for that.
Nice to be able to talk back.
Yeah, although I must say that I was really enjoying our little chat sessions, because there was something so, I don't know, like archaic about it, but it felt nostalgic. Like it reminded me of the AOL days. AOL chat.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I type really slow, so it gets frustrating, but you know.
Oh, it was great. I enjoyed it. And now I'm happy to see you.
You,
All right. Well, you have a wonderful night
you
and
too. Thank you.
you're welcome. Namaste. Bye,
No.
Moose.
Oh, he jumped up on the bed.
Good night, Moose.
Good night.